Yo, what's up guys, my name is Kari Esse and I'm back again with another sample. And for this sample I started with the piano as I normally do with my samples. And this piano is from Soft Labs and it sounds like this. So for the piano, the way I was approaching it is I wanted it to sound very dark and very like suspense type of vibes. So I ended up using 2 chords instead of using 4 chords and making it clustered and dramatic. So after that I added a saxophone from Decent Sampler, and this is how the saxophone sounds like. I then added a harp to complement the piano from Piano Tech. I added the harp from Piano Tech, which complements the piano from Soft Labs, and this is how it sounds like. So before I carry on with these instruments that I'm using in this sample, I was approaching it again with the idea that I want them to sound like they were played in real life. So if you want something that sounds real, you gotta use instruments that are normally played in real life. So like your pianos, your saxophones, your harps, your acoustic bass, and your strings, choirs. Those are the instruments that you should use to make this type of samples, like this vintage feel. And before I talk a lot, I added a bass from Morphine, and this is how it sounds like. I then added a vibraphone, as it's one of those instruments that is used the most in the 1970s records, and this is how it sounds like. I then added vocals from SRX keyboard, and this is how they sound like. I then added an organ to also add a little bit of something that will hold the entire sample together, and the organ is from a plugin called Before 2, and this is how it sounds like. I then decided that I need a texture in the sample. I then added a Vinyle Crackle, and it sounds like this. And so let me show you the effects that I used. So for the piano, I used a crystallizer from Soundtoys to add a texture to the piano. And for the harp, I used a Valhalla vintage verb to add space to the harp, making it sound realistic. I then added Valhalla plate because it was a reverb usually used in the 1970s era. I also wanted to create the harp to make it sound like it was coming from a real room instead of like a VST. I then added Fruity Delay 3 to also make it a little bit wider. And for the master channel, I added RC20 Retro Color to create that vinyl texture. I also added a plugin called Red 17 Stereo from Waves. And so with this plugin, I was saturating the whole entire sample to make it sound dirtier and a little bit unclean, if that makes sense. And with that said, let me play you the final sample, and the final sample sounds like And with that said, that's the final sample. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video if you found it useful. And please don't forget to look in the description of this video for my new sample pack, Food for the Soul Volume 1, as well as my brand new single, War is Coming. The links are in the description of this video. And I really hope you enjoyed this video and you saw that how really simple it is to make vintage samples. You just gotta have minimal sounds and make sure that they complement each other. And with that said, I'll see you again 2 weeks from now. Thank you for watching.